What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you my KDP income report for the month of October. So welcome back to StackinProfit. My name's Paddy and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my KDP income report for the month of October. Now, this video is also part of a playlist, which we can see just here, and this has all of my income reports from when I first started in November 2019. Now, if you want to go through and watch any of these, I'll link this playlist right there right now in the right hand corner. Now, back to here. Here's my whole account. We can see that I've been doing fairly well. We're now in November, which means I've been publishing low content books for 3 years. Now, that's absolutely insane. And in those 3 years, I've come close to $100,000 earned in royalties with my low and no content books. Now, I reckon by the end of Q4 we would have smashed past that $100,000, so stay tuned to see if we do. Anyway, this video is all about my income for the month of October. In October, we can see that I did fairly well. Now, in fact, let's go up to the top, change this to last month. Let's go just here, and then let's just give that a second to load up. Now, in October was actually a really good month for me. We did over $4,000 in royalties, as we can see just here. From October the 1st to the 31st, we did $4,122.75. Now, not all of this is profit because I was running ads, and I spent a fair bit on ads just because of one of my Halloween kids books, because I really wanted it to get a good ranking. Now, let's go through these stats and take a little look. We can see my lowest day of the month in October, I made $81, and my highest day, I made $212. Now, if we break this down to units, we can see how many units per day that actually is. So my lowest day, I sold, if that's going to go onto there, just give that a second. There we go. So my lowest day, I sold 41 units, and then on my highest day, I sold 124 units. Now, I think that's a little bit higher because of expanded distribution. I might be wrong, but either way, I did 124 units, or sold, on one day on October the 25th. Now, let's change this back to earnings, and let's go through some of these stats. Now, let's scroll down to round about here. We can see my best earnings by marketplace. So let's just scroll up one more time to there. There we go. If we go on percentages, we can see that 95% of my earnings came from Amazon.com, 2.5% from here in the UK, and then 1.8% from Canada, with just a few other marketplaces trickling in. If we change this just there, we can see that I made $3,900 of my royalties on Amazon.com, only $105 here in the UK, and then $74 in Canada. Now, if we take a look at my best-selling books, just here, I'll go over probably the top 5, but we can see that $4,122.75 came from selling 2,194 units of my books. Like I said, October looked to be a very good month. My best-selling book for the month is this one. I sold 762 units, making $1,326. Now, I was running ads on this book quite aggressively as well, because every year, this is actually one of my Halloween low content books for kids, and every year since 2019, I believe, this book tends to do fairly well. It didn't do as well as last year, but nonetheless this still had a ranking of under 5,000 BSR in the whole bookstore, which again in itself is absolutely crazy. But this book did extremely well. But because this is a Halloween book, the sales have now slowly started to die off for obvious reasons. But then my second best-selling book, I sold 555 units, making $1,131. And this is again from, you've probably seen in previous videos, this is one of my adult colouring books. All of this royalties just here as well is completely organic. Because this is an adult colouring book, I do have profanity, swear words on the front cover, and when you have things like that on your front cover, you can't advertise your book on Amazon. So this $1,133 is completely organic. Then we have my third bestseller, where I sold 292 units. Again, this is actually one of my adult colouring books. And this $587, again, is all completely organic. For obvious reasons, and that is for having profanity on the cover. So these two just here is completely organic sales. That first one, no, because I was running ads, and you're going to get to see that in a minute. Now, my fourth bestseller for the month, I sold 80 units, making $197. Now this is in the Valentine's Day niche, the love niche, and over the last month or so, 2 months, this book for me has been doing really well. Then my fifth bestseller for October, I sold 30 units, making $97, and this is one of my blank recipe cookbooks. So that's my top 5 for the month. We can see that I did fairly well. Again, we made or sold 2,194 units, making that $4,122. But this just here is not all profit. So if we go back to here, we can see fairly good month. But now let's go over to my advertising account to see how much I spent for the month. Now here we are on last month. In fact, if we change this to lifetime, we can just have a quick look to see how much I've spent on advertising. Now what's going on here? There we go. So, over lifetime of my advertising account, we can see that I've spent $17,308, which has made $61,000 in sales. My ACOS still under 30% for the whole account, so that means I am profitable. If we go to add metrics really quick, we can just see some of the stats. So I've spent that $17,000 over lifetime, so that's a good 2.5 years or so. I've had 12 million impressions, 75,000 clicks on my ads, and my cost per click on average is only around 23 cents. And I've made 7,000 orders just from advertising my book or books. Now, let's close that ad metric and let's go to last month, because we want to pull up. Here we go. We want to pull up my data from last month just so we can see how much I've spent, so we can deduct that from my royalties to see my actual profit. Now, we can see that I actually spent $1,391. My sales, $4,300. Remember, this is not royalties, this is sales. And my ACOS for the whole account in October is a little bit high. Ideally, I'd love to have that under 30%. Now, this is for the whole account, but once you start breaking down my campaigns, we can see that I do actually have some profitable campaigns. Some are not profitable, some are. So now if we go over to here really quick, we can see one of my profitable campaigns. We can see that the ACOS, make sure this is on last month, here we are. So the ACOS, really good, 25% or just over. I spent $841, making $3,353 in sales. So this campaign did really well, and again, this was actually for one of my Halloween books, which tends to do really well every year. But every year I do bump it with ads, and this is the same ad that I've been running for years. So if we actually scroll down, I am going to have to blur a little bit of this out, but if we look here, September 2019, that's the ad that I was running. I've stopped it now because obvious reasons. Halloween is no longer with us, that's gone. So I have stopped this ad, but we can see that I've been running it since September 2019, and the same with this ad just here. This is for one of my Christmas books, so now I've just I've unpaused this ad, so hopefully it can start doing pretty well. But I just wanted to show you a point of I've been running these two ads just here since 2019. And all I do is pause and unpause, the campaigns nearer that time of the year. So now my Halloween book is gone. It's dusted because that time of the year is now gone. So my Christmas low content book is now running ads because that's only next month. Anyway, let's go back to here because we want to deduct my ad spend from my royalties. So let's go ahead and pull up a calculator and let's go back over to here. Let's put in 4,000. So let's just wait for that calculator. There we go. $4,122.75. Take away. Let's go back over to my advertising account. I spent $1,391.62. So let's click equals $2,731. So out of this $4,122, I get to keep $2,731 of it. Well, in fact, I get to keep all of it because I'm not going to get paid out for this until the end of December, I believe. October, November, December. Yep, because that 2-month delay. So my profit is $2,731, but I'm still going to get all of this $4,000 when December comes. But nonetheless, I'm extremely happy with this $2,731 profit for my KDP business in October. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.